Okay, so the purpose of this video is to very quickly demonstrate the use of the goal seeker function on page 23 of chapter 1 in the appendix of Quantitative Methods for Business, the 12th edition. We're going to take a look at the break-even analysis example, which is a very simple spreadsheet using Excel. I've already built the spreadsheet example. As you can see here, it shows fixed cost, variable cost per unit, selling price per unit, and in the model section there is the production volume, total cost, total revenue. I'll fix my typo here. And then the total profit or loss. Fixed cost is an input value, so is the variable cost per unit. These are values that you input, and the selling price per unit also an input value. So you can pause the recording here and build this spreadsheet, and then come back when yours looks like mine. So if you built the spreadsheet, what you should have in the total cost cell is a equation. You double click on that equation, you should see that you are taking the fixed cost and adding the product of the variable cost multiplied by the production volume. And remember, whenever you double click on a cell like this to see what cells are being used in the equation, you then have to make sure you press the escape key in order to make sure that you don't mess up your equation. So the next equation then is the total revenue, which is the selling price per unit multiplied by the production volume. And I've used the same numbers as in the example in the textbook, which shows a total loss in this case of $600. I could make all of these dollar amounts. Actually, they're not all dollar amounts. Let's make that a single value. And we could then proceed to change these numbers in a trial and error manner in order to try to figure out what our break-even point is. Our break-even point, as you should remember by now, is the point where the total cost is, total profit is equal to 0, and the total cost and total revenue are equal. But instead of using a trial and error method, we're going to use the goal seeker function, the goal seek function within Excel. To do that, click on the data tab at the top of the command ribbon, and then in this there is a what if analysis command. You click on that. The middle option is goal seek, and this is where you can set one cell to a desired value and have it change a second cell, which is tied to that cell by some formula or group of formulas, and it will automatically change that value until it gets to your desired value. So we're going to set the profit cell, which is B18, to a value of 0, and we want it to do that by changing the value in the production volume cell. And when we click OK, you'll see that it will automatically give us the production volume value that will make the total profit 0, which in this case is 1,000 production units. So the goal seek is a way of having Excel do all the incrementation of one cell, increment it until it reaches your desired value. All that happens behind the scenes. So give that a try, and then save this spreadsheet for future reference.